Hello everyone. My name is Dr. Abdul Dayab Khan and I work as an assistant professor in the Department of Commerce and Business Management, Integral University, Lucknow. Guys, today we are going to discuss the topic circular flow of income and expenditure. The topic is of utmost importance. It is very crucial while we discuss the principles of macroeconomics. It gives the basic understanding to a student that how an economy works. The objectives of learning this topic is that this topic makes the student able to understand and explain the concept of circular flow of income and expenditure. It helps the student to know about the various sectors of an economy. It helps the student to understand the interactions in terms of various kinds of flows that takes place between various sectors of an economy. And it also helps the student to understand the various leakages that takes place from an economy and the injections that are injected in an economy in various forms. So after completing this topic, a student would be in a position and he would be able to understand these aspects very easily, and he would also be able to explain these aspects and practically apply the understanding of these aspects in day-to-day life. So in the coming presentation, we'll see that how circular flow of income and expenditure works.
So here we are discussing about the circular flow of income and expenditure. So what is circular flow of income and expenditure? The circular flow of income and expenditure shows connections between different sectors of an economy. It shows that how the various sectors in an economy that are present in an economy, how they interact with each other, how the transactions between the various sectors in an economy takes place among these sectors. Alright, so here is the concept of the circular flow. The circular flow of income describes the movement of goods or services and income among the different sectors of an economy. It illustrates the interdependence of the sectors and the markets to facilitate both real and monetary flow. Alright, so this is one of the concept of circular flow. Another is the circular flow of income forms the basis for all the macroeconomic models of the economy. It is imperative to understand the circular flow model for understanding essential concepts like national income, aggregate demand, and aggregate supply. So circular flow of income and expenditure tells us and it shows us how the national income should be calculated, how the gross domestic product should be calculated. Alright, so this is the basic concept that we have assumed that there are various sectors in an economy and these sectors are interacting with each other, and the study of that interaction is known as the circular flow of income and expenditure. Now what is income, how income is generated, what is expenditure, how the expenditure is done, how the spending is done, what are the various sectors which are interacting with each other in the economy, that we'll see in the coming slides. Alright, so here is the mechanism. We have assumed that there are various sectors in an economy. So when there are two sectors in an economy, it is called a closed sector economy, closed economy. When there are three sectors in an economy, it is called three sector economy. So what is a closed economy? What is a three sector economy? What is an open economy? What banks and capital market have to do with these sectors, and what are the injections and leakages that are associated with the circular flow of income and expenditure in an economy, that we are going to see. All right, so this is the flow chart, or this is the flow of the various kind of transactions that takes place between a two sector economy. We have assumed that there is a one sector which is household, which is us, which is families. All right, the singular unit of a community, of a society, the family. Together so many families constitute households. All right, and there is another sector that is corporate. All right, so here on one hand we have sellers, on other hand we have the producers. On one hand we have, these are the consumers, these are the consumers, and these people, corporate, these are the producers, or manufacturers. All right, so these are the two sectors in an economy. So as you can see that these household, they are, what they are doing, they are providing the factors of production to the corporate sector. These are the factors of production. The household provides the land, the household provides the labor, they provide the capital, and they themselves, some of them become entrepreneur, so they contribute in the form of entrepreneurship to the corporate sector. Now in return, the corporate sector, by processing these factors of production, the corporate sector is manufacturing goods and they are providing services. So the flow of goods and services is taking place from corporate to the household. All right. Now once the household has consumed the goods and services, they bought the goods and services, what they do, they provide the payments for goods and services. They provide the payments for goods and services for buying the goods and services from the corporate. And in the same way, the corporate is also buying the land, the labor, the capital, the entrepreneurship as the factors of production. So they provide factor income. Factor income. Land earns rent, labor earns wages, capital earns interest, entrepreneurship earns profit. So this is a circular flow of income and expenditure between a two sector economy. And you can observe here that there is no interference, there is no assumption of a government, there is no assumption of banks or capital markets, there is no assumption of any foreign sector. All right. So that is why this kind of economy is called a closed economy or a two sector economy. But in reality, we don't have a closed economy, or rather we don't have a two sector economy, because we cannot assume our market, we cannot assume our economy without the presence of a prevailing government. And let me tell you, while we are discussing this closed sector economy, this was the idea that was generated by the Adam Smith, the great economist, the father of economics, Adam Smith. He considered that there are two sectors in an economy, and there is a free market economy, a free market system, a capitalist economy. All right. And everybody is free to consume whatever he wants to consume, and whatever he wants to manufacture, he can manufacture, and government cannot intervene in these kind of transactions. All right. So this is called a closed economy, and these are the transactions that takes place between a two sector economy. Now this is a three sector economy. All right. Here we have household, this is sector 1, the corporates, the second sector, and the government, the third sector. All right. So let's see what kind of transactions are taking place between government, household, and government and corporate. So what household and corporate are providing to government? They are providing taxes, and as well as they are providing services. Household is also paying the taxes in the form of income taxes, in the form of the taxes that that the goods and services that they buy, they consume, so they are paying the taxes. And households are also providing the labor, the working class that works in the government sector, so they are providing services. In the same manner, corporate is also providing taxes. Corporate is also providing taxes to government, and the corporate is also providing the various kinds of services and goods to the government. All right, that constitutes the government expenditure. In return, what government is doing? Government is transferring the social welfare payments to the household sector, and government is also incurring the kind of expenditure. All right, the pension, the subsidies. All right. So these are the kind of things that government transfers, the various kind of allowances, unemployment allowances, all right, women empowerment allowances. These allowances are provided by the government. So these constitute the transfer payment, and they become the expenditure for government. In the same manner, government lays down the development of infrastructure facilities in an economy, in a country. All right, so that the corporate sector can operate smoothly, easily, laying down of the highways, laying down of the railway tracks. All right, establishing a good communication network, telecommunication, establishing the you can say transportation system. These are the expenditure, these are the activities on which government incurs the expenditure. So in this way, government is providing these kind of services to the corporate sector. So it is a three sector economy. Now when we talk about the interference of government, when we talk about the interference of government in two sector economy, that becomes a socialist economy. All right, earlier in the previous slide we were talking about an economy which is a kind of capitalist economy. In this economy, this is a kind of socialist economy. So this is a three sector economy. Now let's see what is a four sector economy or an open economy. Here we have added another sector, that is a foreign sector, because everything has become globalized in this world. All right, the entire world has become a .com. The remotest thing in the world is just a click away from your computer, from your observation. All right, so India has also adopted the policy of liberalization, privatization and globalization in 1991. Since then, Indian economy has also become a globalized economy. All right, and when an economy becomes a globalized economy, it is called an open economy. You have open your various industries, various sectors for the foreign countries, for the foreign world. All right, so that's become an open economy. So how the transactions are taking place between these various sectors, what is going on? Households are buying goods and services and they are paying for the imports. Households are also providing these services in the form of labor, so they are getting transfer payments. And remember, what are transfer payments? Transfer payments are rent, it is one of the transfer payment, the wages, the interest, and the profits. All right, so these are the transfer payments for the factors of production that household has provided to the foreign sector, and foreign sector is paying back in terms of factor payment. On the other hand, corporate is also buying something from the foreign sector. They are buying the machinery, the technology, the raw material, the manpower, and they are paying for the imports. And as well as corporate is also providing the goods and services to the foreign sector, so they are paying transfer payments. And in the same way, just a second, in the same way, government is also importing and they are paying for those imports, and government is also providing goods and services to the foreign sector, so they are getting revenue in the form of exports payments and tariff duties. All right, custom duties. So these are the kind of transactions that take place in a four sector economy, or rather an open economy. Now we add another sector in the four sector economy, that is banks and capital market, because banks and capital market, they are considered as heart of an economy. And what does a heart do? Heart pumps the blood. All right, so the banks and capital markets, they pump money. All right, they pump money, or rather in economic terms we can say they pump liquidity or credit in the economy. Now from where does this credit is coming from? The credit is coming from the savings that households are doing, that households are saving from their income, and they are mobilizing, they are channelizing their savings to these banks and capital markets. And now banks and capital markets are lending these savings in the form of investments to the corporate sector. So this is the importance of banks and capital markets. Now as the blood pressure increases in a body, this is called that blood pressure is increased, it is a kind of disease. Or sometimes you feel low bp, problem of low bp, so you become sluggish. In the same manner, when banks and capital markets pumps more money in the economy, we experience a kind of inflation in economy. And when banks and capital markets pumps less money in the economy, we feel a kind of recession in the economy. So the economy works in the same way as a human body works. The banks works, the capital market works in the same manner as a human heart works, and money works in the same way as blood works in the human body. That is the concept. You can correlate the things, both of the two things. All right. So this is the fifth sector, that is banks and capital market. Now we will talk about the injection and leakages. Investments increase the capital, payment from the exports increase the capital, government spendings increase the capital. So they are considered as injections, because as you might recall that during lockdown, honorable PM Narendra Modi ji has announced a package of 20 lakh crore rupees. 20 lakh crore rupees, that was the package that was announced by PM Modi. 20 lakh crore rupees. And that package is known as Atmanirbhar Bharat package. All right. And that package was announced to give a kind of bailout package to the economy, to the sluggish economy that Indian economy was feeling at that time. All right, so that is a kind of government spending. It is a kind of government spending. So these are considered as injections, because injections, while doing these kind of activities, these injections boost up the economy. All right. And on the other hand, when people save some amount from their income in the form of savings, when people pay for the imports, or the government or the corporates pay for the imports, when government tax these the corporate houses and the individuals as households, so these three things are considered as leakages, because these things take out liquidity or money from the economy. So they are considered as leakages. All right. So this is the concept of injections and leakages. All right. So here we have all the five sectors on one screen. That is, number one is household. Number one is household. Number two is corporate. Number three is government. Number four is foreign sector, and number five is banks and capital markets. All right. So these are the five sectors of an economy. So this is all about the circular flow of income and expenditure. I hope you people must have enjoyed it. You people must have understood the basic concepts of circular flow of income and expenditure, the kind of various kind of sectors that exist in the economy, and the kind of transactions that take place between these sectors, and the concept of leakages and injections. Thank you very much for watching.